السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Welcome in English for Palestine. Hi my dear students in 11th grade. How are you? Today we are going to continue with period 3 in unit 2 part 2, the prefixes. Yes, let's start with the objectives of our lesson today. What are the objectives of our lesson today? Number 1, to identify the meaning of the prefixes pre, post, and ex. Number 2, to use the 3 prefixes correctly. Number 3, to complete with the correct prefix. Yes, now let's move to something called affixes. What's the meaning of affixes? Affixes تعني الملحقات والتي تلحق بالكلمة الجذر, and we have many kinds of affixes in English, but the most popular affixes are the prefixes and the suffixes. Look at this word, unbreakable. Look at the word in the black color here, break, والتي تعني ينكسر. What we call this word? We call it a root word, الكلمة الجذر التي تحمل المعنى الأصلي للكلمة. Now I want you to look at the letters at the beginning of the word unbreak, والتي أصبح معنى الكلمة لا ينكسر. What we call these two letters? We call them a prefix, اللي هي الحروف التي تأتي قبل الكلمة الجذر. Look at the letters at the end of the word apple. أصبح معنى الكلمة ضد الكسر. Here the letters at the end of the word we call them a suffix, and these letters can change the meaning of the word or the kind and sometimes the kind of the word. Let's move to the common prefixes in English. دعونا نذهب للبديهات الشائعة باللغة الإنجليزية, such as re والتي تعني again مرة أخرى, replay play again, rewrite write again أعيد الكتابة, and we have miss بما تعنيه wrong خطأ أو يخطئ أو يسيء. Here misuse تعني يسيء استخدام, misunderstand يسيء الفهم, dis والتي تعني not, such as dishonest honest تعني أمين, dishonest تعني خائن, disagree agree يوافق, disagree لا يوافق. Yes, now let's move to the common suffixes in English. دعونا نذهب للsuffixes الشائعة باللغة الإنجليزية, such as er والتي تعني more, bigger or faster. Yes, we add er in some adjectives, in the comparative adjectives to compare between two things. احنا بنضيفها لبعض الصفات في المقارنة بين اثنين. Yes, and we have full of مليء ب, such as beautiful or colorful. beauty جمال, beautiful جميل أو مليء بالجمال, colorful ملون. Yes, and we have less والتي تعني without, such as careless and helpless. careless يعني without care يعني بدون اهتمام, مهمل. helpless بدون مساعدة أو عاجز. Yes. Yes, now let's go to the main prefixes in our lesson today, ex, pre, and post. We are going to focus on the meaning of these prefixes and also the usage of these prefixes. Please concentrate carefully to understand the lesson very well. Yes, let's start with the first prefix in our lesson today, pre, التي تعني before, قبل. Look at the examples carefully. I met him at a pre-arranged time and place. أنا قابلته بموعد مرتب مسبقا بالزمان والمكان. Pre-arranged. Yes. Look at the second example. She didn't need to pay for the driver because it was prepaid by her mother. هي لا تحتاج أن تدفع للسائق لأنه مدفوع مسبقا بواسطة والديها. Yes. Look at the last example here. Preschool education is very important for children's social development. التعليم ما قبل المدرسة مهم جدا للتنمية الاجتماعية للأطفال. Here we have pre-arranged, prepaid, preschool. Now let's move to the second prefix in our lesson today, post. What's the meaning of post? After والتي تعني بعد. Look at the examples carefully here. Number 1, when I finish my university degree, I'm going to do a postgraduate course. عندما أنهي دراستي الجامعية سوف أعمل دراسات عليا, postgraduate. Yes. If I remember something I didn't include in my letter, لو تذكرت شيئا لم تتضمنه رسالتي, I can add a postscript. أنا ممكن أضيف ملاحظة في ذيل الرسالة and the abbreviation of it PS. Life in Gaza was difficult in the post-war period. الحياة في غزة كانت صعبة بعد فترة الحرب. So we have postgraduate, postscript and postwar. Now let's move to the third prefix in our lesson today, X. What's the meaning of X? X used to be. Used to be يعني اعتاد أن يكون or the previous. I want you to look at the examples carefully. Look at the first example. After leaving school, I like to keep in touch with my ex-teacher. بعد مغادرة المدرسة أنا أحب أن أكون على تواصل مع معلمتي السابقة ex-teacher. Look at the second example. Ex-soldiers like to tell their heroic stories in the past. الجنود السابقون يحبوا أن يحكوا قصصهم البطولية في الماضي. Ex-soldiers الجنود السابقون. Look at the third example. She met her ex-employer to consult him on her new job. هي قابلت صاحب العمل السابق لتستشيره في عملها الجديد. We have ex-teacher, ex-soldiers, ex-employer. Now open your box, page 19, and look at the examples, then complete the table. Examples: preschool education is free in Finland. التعليم ما قبل المدرسة هو مجانا في فنلند. When he finished his university degree, عندما أنهى تعليمه الجامعي, he did a postgraduate course. هو عمل الدراسات العليا. الدراسات العليا مثل الماجستير والدكتوراه ما بعد التخرج. Her ex-employer recommended her for the new job. صاحب العمل السابق نصحها من أجل وظيفتها الجديدة. Now look at the table carefully and we have the prefix and the meaning. I want you to complete the table. Pre. What's the meaning of pre? Yes, before, قبل. And look at the meaning here and we want to know the prefix. The meaning used to be. Yes. What's the prefix which means used to be? Yes, very nice. X. And look at this meaning after. What's the prefix which means after? Post. Very nice. Yes, now let's examine our understanding to the previous prefixes. Use words from the box to complete the sentences. Prepaid مدفوع مسبقا. Post-war ما بعد الحرب. Ex-teacher المعلم السابق. Ex-soldiers الجنود السابقون. Pre-arranged مرتب مسبقا. Post-script الملاحظة في ذيل الرسالة. Number 1. Life in the country was difficult in the what period? الحياة في الدولة كانت صعبة بعد أي فترة؟ Yes, in the post-war بعد فترة الحرب. Number 2. After leaving school, I kept in touch with my. بعد مغادرة المدرسة بقيت على تواصل with my whom? With my ex-teacher مع معلمتي السابقة. Number 3. He didn't need to pay for the hotel room. ولا يحتاج أن يدفع لغرفة الفندق because it was what by his company. It was prepaid مدفوعة مسبقا بواسطة شركته. Number 4. If you have signed a letter but then remember something you didn't include. لو كتبت رسالة ثم بعد ذلك تذكرت شيئا لم تتضمنه تلك الرسالة, you can add a PS, the abbreviation PS اختصارها PS. You can add what? You can add postscript. Number 5. We met at what time and place? We met at pre-arranged. نحن تقابلنا في موعد مرتب مسبقا بالزمان والمكان. Number 6. What sometimes find it difficult to manage in the civilian life? Yes, ex-soldiers يجدون صعوبة في التأقلم بالحياة المدنية. Yes, now let's examine our understanding to the prefixes by completing with the correct prefix. Number 1. What school education is very important for the children's social development? Yes. preschool education التعليم ما قبل المدرسة مهم جدا للتنمية الاجتماعية للأطفال. Question number 2. Yesterday I met my what teacher in the party? I missed her a lot after leaving school. Yesterday I met my ex-teacher. أنا بالأمس قابلت معلمتي السابقة بالحفلة. أنا افتقدتها كثيرا بعد مغادرتي المدرسة. Number 3. I didn't need to pay for the seller. It was paid by my father. It was prepaid. أنا لا أحتاج أن أدفع للبائع. هو مدفوع مسبقا بواسطة والدي. Number 4 life in Gaza was so difficult in the war period. In the post-war period, بعد فترة الحرب الحياة في غزة كانت صعبة. Number 5 I met him in arranged time and place. Pre-arranged time and place. Thank you. Now let's summarize what we have studied in our lesson today. The main prefixes in our lesson today are x, pre and post. x والتي تعني used to be اعتاد أن يكون or the previous. pre تعني before قبل. post وتعني after. I hope you understand the prefixes very well. Thank you my beautiful students for your watching and see you later. Goodbye.